Hi, everyone. Teri Wellbrock here. Just wanted to take a moment to share my exciting news that I am releasing 3 online courses through the Hope for Healing Academy. So, more information on those coming soon, but just wanted to get the buzz out there that I will have a 1 day introductory trauma warrior class that's just going to really touch upon ACEs, adverse childhood experiences, hope, a lot of science behind the work I'm doing and that we talk about often on the show. And then a 10-day Be Your Own Hero course that's going to dive deeper into all of those subjects and healing modalities and strategies and building a coping skills toolbox. And then there's a super deep dive 30-day From Surviving to Thriving, and really working on that post traumatic growth part of the healing process. So, yeah, I'll keep you posted and share links when they're available. Hopefully, the 1 day is going to launch today or sometime in the next few days. And then I'll do a pre sale on the other two as those are still in development. All right, now for the show. Welcome, everybody, to the Healing Place podcast. I am very happy to have with me today Nathanael Zurbruegg. And oh my gosh, I'm going to read this bio to you. And you are just going to be so excited to listen to his incredible story of triumph. Nathanael has been fighting against a chronic illness for 30 years. He has faced 3 failed kidney transplants, 3 lung infections, has had over 4,500 dialysis treatments over the course of his life. According to medical predictions, he should have died over 6 times by now. But the will to live, that fire that's been burning inside of him for so long, has not only helped him survive, but to thrive and help others do the same. So welcome, Nathanael.
Hey everybody, hey Teri, so good to be here. I'm happy to be here, and thank you so much for this amazing opportunity to spend time with you and your listeners.
Oh, thank you so much. And I know we talked before I hit record. You've traveled what 4 different continents, and yeah, you speak on 50 plus podcasts, and you go to organizations, and really you travel the world with this wonderful story of hope.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a good time the last maybe 5, 6 years. So been blessed to traveling a lot pre-COVID. Now everything is going online.
Right.
But yeah, I love my life. I love what I do. I love to inspire people to speak words of hope and life into people's life. And yeah, that's what I'm here for. And I'm really excited for this time. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
absolutely. Thank you. And you're coming to us from Switzerland. I was so excited because I said, "You're my first Switzerland." Woo!
You.
That's
One.
so awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
So tell people what it is that you do in the world.
Yeah, so I global inspirational speaker and victorious mindset mentor. So what I do, I believe that words are very powerful. They either can destroy or build up a life. And so I realized that um, in my own life. I will go back and share quickly a story when I was 3 years old. So I was already about 2.5 years into having my incurable chronic illness, which affected my kidneys. With 3.5 years, I had a huge, how do we say, backfall, and fell into a coma for about two weeks. And after those 2 weeks, the doctors called my parents and they told them, hey, look, we have everything we could do. We have to turn off all the life supporting machines. So my parents had to come into the ITU to follow my life, which was the plan. And so my mom, especially my mom, they spoke words of hope and faith because they were people of faith. They had that was their last option. That was their last hope. And why not try? I mean, it's finished anyway, so why not try that? And so they did that. And um, when the miraculously, when the doctors turned off the life supporting machines, I suddenly started to talk again, and that was not normal because my brain was so getting bad, was so worse. It was only a gray patch. It was not functioning. And so there was, I was speaking again. That whole process of recovering. It took quite a while, but today, even though I should be dead 6 times by now, even though I had two more uh, back falls with my brain since after the first time, I'm living my life. I speaking, I'm walking, I'm traveling the world, and so this is my point. That's why I become an inspirational speaker, because words are powerful, and words give hope, or if you choose words destroy life. And I want to inspire people to not just speak powerful words to others, but also speak into themselves, words that they can be, that they want to have, and what they could could be, do, or have. And so the second thing what I do is victorious mentoring. I love that because the mind is powerful. It's the same. I had so many issues uh, from the brain down, and but end of the day, I was thinking about, well, it doesn't matter, what how your body functions. It doesn't matter how many circumstances, how many accidents, how many difficulties, how many limitations you had or you go through or you will struggle in the future. All about the powerful thing is it's all about up in the brain, in a mind, and we all. I say all, and that's true because um, everybody has the choice every day to choose towards victory instead of playing the victim in any given situation. And of course, it's a long process. It doesn't happen from today to tomorrow. It's to become a victorious mindset, or become victorious living. You have to do that daily, and that's what I do today. I love to do that, and I see so much transformation in many people's life, where they just, it makes a click and they experience a breakthrough or whatever they need. And yeah, that's what I do and why I do it.
Oh my gosh, beautiful. Well, so many things that you said I resonated with. And I love the idea of prayer being really words of hope and inspiration. I mean, that I'd never really thought about that before, is when what what you're saying to yourself, or really saying out loud as a plea, as a prayer, full thought, is really resonating inside of you as well. And so you're absorbing those words of hope and faith. So, yeah, what a beautiful way to look at that.
Thank you. Yeah, I totally agree. I think what I realized is like the more you feed the positivity, the gratefulness, the um, whatever is, taking you away from the victimized situation, it's so powerful. It builds up a hope. It builds up a strength, to keep going, and to take back to take you back on track, in terms of not just yourself, because you can't do everything by yourself. There are certain things that even I realized in my life where you have to there needs is someone that is way higher than you, is more powerful, is more knows your way, knows your plan, knows your talk, and wants the best for you. I call it God. I'm a person of faith, and so yeah, we like as you say, we pray, we talk with
Yeah.
God, we talk, we tell. in turn, he comforts us to keep going and to create a hope. And that's a beautiful. I hate the word system, but I don't get any other words at the moment. Yeah, it's kind of a cycle, you know. It's a back and forth relationship, and that's what I love about the whole thing.
Yes. I love that idea of a relationship and yeah, of back and forth and what you said about gratitude as well and living a life of gratitude because I know for me personally as I overcame my traumas and came into this life of triumph and light that I radiate gratitude from my pores. And it's amazing what comes back to me as a result. I just have so much tranquility and joy and beautiful gifts in my life because I appreciate it. And that's almost
Mm.
prayerful in itself too. I'm constantly, if I see a beautiful sunset and oh my gosh, thanks God, or just, oh, wow. I mean, again, just putting that out there. It's amazing how it
Absolutely.
just continues to come to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a really great point because I often tell people that I would never, you know, wanting to change my life with anybody else, not because of the pain, that would be one thing, but the other thing is what comes out of the pain. You learn so many things, and I think it's more and more important in this world to realize that we always have a negative attitude towards the pain, but pain can be something really, you know, beautiful. Maybe not, you know, right now when the pain is happening, but afterwards, when you resilient through, when you perceive through, when you, um, yeah, as you say, there's so much peace, joy, things come alive that you can't buy with anything, that you can't get with anything else. And I totally agree. I'm like, yeah, I'm similar to you. Like I'm positive. I love my life today. I have I'm happy with little things, and
Yeah.
so it's a beautiful way to live instead of, you know, always striving for the next big things and then not being satisfied, and then, you know, starting again and again, and so it's kind of a spiritual rat race. That's what I call.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love that. Very, very much so. I had a friend yesterday ask me, we were talking about my living on Hilton Head Island now. And she said, I said something about letting our dog out, but I had to walk out with him because it's mating season for the alligators. And she said, oh my gosh, you have alligators like in your neighborhood? And I said, oh yeah, we have a couple that live across the street and one that lives, the other direction. There's a lagoon. And so I said, they stay in their lagoons. But I got so excited talking about these alligators. And I was like, they're alligators. But to me, they're wondrous. There are these incredible creatures that obviously I don't want to hug or pet, but I stand in awe of them. If I'm riding my bike, I'll stop if I see one and I just stand and watch and
Yeah,
just in awe. And that's,
yeah.
I just think when we have that mindset, when we're able, now that's not to say that people who are hurting and suffering, um, that their pain isn't real, but
Mm.
really, as you travel this healing journey, you can still have joy and tranquility, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's all about the mindset again. I know it's really hard to have a positive mindset when you are in the deepest pain or in the struggle or whatever pain you're going through. Yet again, it comes back to the beginning that we talked about, that um, that you can build up a certain hope, and it it you know it's a hope of something better. Hoping is yeah, it's believing shit that it will happen one day, and it takes you a little bit into the future, and it releases the pain a little bit. but if you're always conscious and you think about, oh, my leg hurts, my tummy hurts all day and blah blah blah, so it's really hard to escape from that. It makes the body so, yeah, it makes it even worse. And what I realized is that you just have to telegram yourself sometimes into yeah, into a hopeful, bright future, and be there for a moment, even if it's only 1 minute, 5 minutes a day. um, at least it's 5 minutes less pain. You might
Yeah.
still feel it, but you are not really there, consciously. And that's what I love about the whole faith thing. It's not just a religious thing. Faith is all about just seeing the better things ahead in the future. And I talk about God before. I believe that God is someone who really wants people to enjoy life. Sometimes, especially in my life, I realized that we are people that we want it quickly, but God is almost like He's a father who knows that, okay, when we take that right now, we might not get the full thing, the full better thing, in the long term. And so there will always be attention to live in that. But I love that because, again, there to focus on the future, and focusing on the long term. It's like an investing, you don't you don't sell your crypto again when it gets downhill one day, and then the next day it goes double up.
Right.
So it's a long term investing.
Yes. And again, such a valid, wonderful point of really it's a habit. I know with me, I changed habitual patterns, and was what you said. If even if it's a minute a day, 5 minutes a day, to just make a habit of shifting your mindset, shifting yourself towards hopefulness, positivity, however you want to look at it. Um, it really does become habitual, and then that minute turns into 10 minutes, and that 10 minutes turns into 30, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in this state of mind even when things arise that are painful or traumatic or hurtful. You can still maintain uh, a hopeful outlook.
Absolutely. Great point. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So let's talk a little bit about your program. You have something called Unlimit You, and I was reading on your website about the word unlimit. We talk about unlimited a lot, and unlimit is really your word for what you offer to folks.
Yeah, so interesting. I realized when I created the business, I realized that unlimited is not an original word. So, but I talked about, like, unlimited is all about it's already done. It's past, and unlimited is exactly the process that you are living in. You unlimit you yourself every day. In a new sense. And so I do a lot of speaking. I'm offering victorious mentoring, which I help people get from who to find out who they are, to what they are here for, to create a dream with all their passion, strength, and value, and then live out that dream consistently to create a victorious mindset. And yeah, I do that. I am a lover of personal growth. I love to help people, firstly, to realize what strengths, what passion, and values they have. I think I believe that this is one of the profound foundation where we can start in order to flourish. It's all in there already, but we have to go in. We have to unlimit that stuff. Like an old room that we have to take out all the bad stuff, and then we create something new in a room, and then we can enjoy even more the room in the future. And so these are the two things that I'm uh, help people to unlimit their life and to live life to the fullest, because the sky is unlimited, and I believe with you too can do that, and you are capable to yeah, to open that storage and put everything out into the world that's in you.
Yeah. I know I tell people for these past 4 years, I've been living my soul purpose. This is my soul work, what I've been doing, helping others along their healing journey. And uh, I have people respond to me, friends and family members, and that say, I don't think I have a soul purpose. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. And I just want to be like, oh my gosh, you do. Like you just need to tap into it and just honor that passion. I tell my kids all the time, follow your heart. Follow your heart. Do what you are being called to, because the universe, God, angel whispers, whatever you want to call it, will keep directing you towards that thing that really is your purpose.
Absolutely. Yeah, I believe it's more and more important in this world, in a systematic world, especially in the Western, where we have to develop our individuality, not in terms of being selfish, but in terms of um, yeah, living out what we have and living out in our strength, passion, and value, because we never learned that in school. If I look back into school, then I learned a lot of a lot of things that I never used in my life, and the things that I did well, I wasn't supposed to do because it was somehow a traditional, you know, maybe even cultural, religious attitude where you had to behave in a certain way, and so it blocked people from really joining the journey to unlimit themselves. And so since I'm out of the system, well, we probably no one will ever be out 100% of the system, but you can escape it a little bit if you are smart. Then there's so much more freedom in your life, and there's so much more, you live your life what you're supposed to be, and not just for yourself, you help a lot of people as well, and that's what fills me most, to really take people on the journey. That's what I went through.
Wonderful. And what a gift that is to people to be able to guide them towards yeah, discovering themselves, really.
Mm,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it makes the world a whole better place too, when people are more free and can do what they love to do instead have to do.
Yeah, beautiful. So do you have a target audience? Do you have specific people that normally work with you and come to you, or is it anyone who's looking for um, really a healing journey?
I would say the target audience is really people that want to tap into it, to really, have the desire to do it. There's no specific age group that I have. I'm like, I think I am able to help so many people because of my experience. Yeah, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and all that stuff. So feel free to to hook me up if you need help, and yeah, and you will see if it's a good fit to work together. I always look at that because if it doesn't, if someone is not happy about the other person, then it gets into the have to relationship. But I'm a big believer about uh, good relationship that harmonize, that you know that you can bring your thing to the table without being under pressure, without being having to replace yourself with another identity. And so again, the sky is is unlimited as well. So
Wonderful. Wonderful. So how do people get in touch with you and connect with you?
great question. So you can go on my personal website, which is nathanaelzurbruegg.com, which is all about if you want to know more about my whole story in the detail, you can go on there. If you want to get more about the services that I'm offering and how I can help you, or if you need any help, you can go on unlimityou.co. Um, Also, you can download the free ebook, which are on both websites, which I call Four Steps to Unlimit Your Life. It's a wonderful, beautiful ebook that helps you already to take the first steps towards the unlimited life that you can live. And and yeah, you can reach me there. You can email me. You can rehook me up on those websites if you have any questions, any concern, or anything that you want to get for your life.
Wonderful. Awesome. So anything else that you wanted to touch upon today that we didn't have an opportunity to talk about?
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to say that, look, and whether you are in a difficult situation or on the mountaintop, never ever give up for having more of your life. Then don't settle for less. Don't you know, be the person, be yourself. Pull out everything that is in you, and because you have so much potential. You are a great person. You are amazing. You're handsome. You're beautiful. You have so much possibilities ahead of you. Use the opportunities. Don't let any other negative people or negative voices interrupt you in the process of your life that you want to be, do, and have. And I'm sure if you stay the track, you won't regret it at any time. So, um, yeah, that's my last word that I can
Okay.
share.
I love it. And I use hashtag never give up quite often because it
Perfect.
really is one of my mottos, never give up.
Never
Yeah.
give up. Never ever.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. I love it. Well, it has just been such a pleasure to meet you and, yeah, have you come on to the show and offer your beautiful insights. And thank you for the work you're doing in the world.
You're welcome. I love to do it, and thank you so much for your opportunity.
Absolutely. All right. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us today on the Healing Place podcast. And remember, until next time, be gentle with yourself. Thanks. Bye bye.
Thank you so much for listening today to the Healing Place podcast with your host and trauma warrior, Teri Wellbrock. If you enjoyed this episode and want to learn more about Teri, her mission, and the Hope for Healing journey, visit Teri's website at www.teriwellbrock.com. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and offering your reviews on our YouTube channel, audio outlets, and Facebook page. And as Teri reminds us, until next time, remember, be gentle with yourself.